Yeah. Ay. Yeah. Ay. Yeah. Boys.
Hi, I'm your girl, Miss London Deelishis Charles. Welcome to my home, and I am so
We them boys. Holla. We them boys. Holla, holla, holla. We making noise. Holla. Holla, 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 holla. Holla. We them boys. Holla. We them boys. Holla, holla, holla. We making noise. Holla. Holla. We them boys. Holla, holla, holla. Pop a bottle. Holla, holla, holla. If you
Should I call you London or Deelishis?
It's cool. As long as you don't call me bitch. You can say. You know what? I hear people all the time that say, "Oh, I don't want to call you Deelishis. I'll call you London," and it's whatever people prefer. I understand they call me Deelishis because it's from television, and that's what many people know me from. But my birth name is London, and people wonder. They like, "Is that your birth name?" It's my middle name. My first name is Chandra
Oh, Chandra London Charles
Davis.
Davis.
I just wear this because it was a parting gift.
Okay. Well, it's a nice one.
Thank you.
So it is a cool parting gift.
It's nice. Ice. Speaking of ice, I'm sorry. This is my guilty pleasure, and I'm a little nervous. So instead of smoking cigarettes, which I hate, I eat ice.
Why would you be nervous though? I mean, you have a million fans. Like literally. Like you've been on national television.
Mm-hmm.
Like why be nervous?
Well, if you recall, even on The Flavor of Love, I think I was a little subtle. I think I sat back and I watched the other girls, whatever. When I'm Deelishis, like right now, I am London because I'm at home. My daughter's outside running around playing. This is my element. But when I am Deelishis, I'm a little bit more brave. I'm a little bit more focused on being in front of people and the lights, the camera, the action. But really, I'm just kind of chill. I'm just kind of chill.
I really can tell. How do you turn on Deelishis? Like, do you have a favorite song that you turn it to? Like, it's time for Deelishis.
You know what? It varies. Right now, I think we them boys. I'm a girl, but I throw on something that's hot, that's popping. I like rap music when I'm becoming Deelishis. So yeah, I throw on some Drake, some J. Cole, some Wiz Khalifa, maybe even some Lil Wayne, and I get in my zone. I go at it, I think, like a dude, kind of like in beast mode. I want to be sexy like a woman, but I want to go hard like a dude. So yeah.
Do you listen to any Detroit rap?
I do.
Okay.
I like Ice with Vezo. Yeah, I like Blade Icewood. Yeah. Yeah, I like Doughboy Cash Out. Of course, I like Trick Trick. I love Eminem. I like all of our artists. I don't know a lot of their names. Oh, Tone Tone. But when I hear Detroit music, I can tell it's Detroit music. When you hear KDZ and he's talking about Exit Number 9, Joy Rock, all this stuff reminds me of home. So yeah, I like Detroit music. Yeah.
In terms of, let's go back a little bit.
Okay.
You said like you were subtle. You weren't as outgoing on the show. Did you really fall in love with Flay?
No, I never said that. You know what? People created their own assumptions from the show, but I did like Flay.
You did.
I did. I was coming from a very broken relationship here at home, and I needed the proper attention. And what Flay would do is he would take me from my room every night, and we would go to his room.
Oh.
Yes, he kind of treated me like a favorite. It was a house of 20 women.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
20 women, like how does he like pick
Right.
you know,
Exactly.
what made you feel special?
Right. Well, at the time, the girls there, they were like 18, 19. And I was in my early 20s. So I was a little older. And my oldest daughter, Jasmine, I had a little girl. So I was a mom. And he's a dad of many. So I could relate to him. We would have good conversations. Flay would take me in that room. And he would blaze up. And I would sit and listen to Public Enemy stories. Or even stories about his addiction. Stories about his children and stuff like that. So he would get really real with me or whatever. It wasn't anything sexual. Contrary to popular belief, I've never, ever on my children's life ever had sex with Flav. Not that I wouldn't have. I just didn't. It just never happened. Yeah, sex just never happened. It wasn't because I was opposing, sex, because I feel like I thought initially when I ended Flavor Love that I was dating him in some type of courtship that was taking place. And it lasts for every bit of 9 months. But that really wasn't what he wanted, And I get it now. Flav had, a hard life at some point. So when the opportunity to do this reality series came about, it was just that, an opportunity, not a search for love. That wasn't real on his end. And I don't even know if I was searching for love. I was just searching for something. Yeah, I wanted to get away from Detroit. I like entertainment. Clearly, you cannot not be interested in entertainment and go on a reality show. So people who say they're not, they're lying. And you cannot say, well, I didn't want the attention. Being on television is attention. You're bringing attention to yourself. So I was okay with the attention, with television, with entertainment. I didn't know if love was going to come about. I didn't even know if I would last. I thought I was going to get sent home the first day.
Why?
Because I was older. At that time, being 23 was like being 40. So, because everybody else there were like 18 or whatever. And then I was quiet. So, I thought that the girls that had the thriving character and personality would stand out and they would stay. But he wanted something different, so I'm glad he did.
So you mentioned your scars. Did that make you self-conscious, or did...
I was.
Because you have them covered up now, right?
I have a few of them. This one is still there.
Okay.
Yeah, this one is still there. But on my arms, I have tattoos. People say, well, you got them removed. I didn't. I just got them covered with something a little less dramatic. They look dramatic on me. I'm fair-skinned. They're big. They're dark. And, people sometimes fault me for even having tattoos over them. Well, this is my body.
Right.
And I'm going to do what makes me comfortable. I like butterflies. I like flowers. My scars is not something positive. I'm alive, thank God, but still, this is what I like, so that's what I did.
Nice. Would you do reality TV again?
Absolutely. When we were doing reality TV, we were one of the first shows out where you had Real World and Surreal Life. You had those shows that were on MTV, but they were catering a different demographic, so to speak. So when it came to urban television, Flavor Love was one of the, the initiators. We started it. And we weren't really respected by people as being true entertainers. It's like, if you're a reality star, then you're Z-list and you're low budget. And so I told someone, I said, reality TV is going to take over. And I don't care if you're A, B, C, D, or E. If you're in entertainment, at some point, you're going to want to be a part of this circuit because it's awesome, it's natural, it's real, and it's quick. You don't have to sit back and learn a script for 2 months, then film for another 2 months, and then promote for 2 months, and then release the movie. Right. Although they get a fatter check, this one just really, it holds a lot of weight. Reality TV is quick. You cast it, you film it, it's real. And now you have everybody in entertainment wants to be on a reality series.
Absolutely.
So I respect it. I've been approached about different reality shows. I was even a part of a cast that had started here called the Motor City Wives. But for me, you have to be smart because reality TV is really reality. People ask me all the time, was that real? Everything you saw on my account and the elements around me, I can't say what anyone else's motives were and how they would want to bring something extra, but it was real. So I have daughters, and exposing them, I have to be smart about that. So I have definitely been given the opportunity to do more reality TV. Some things just didn't fit.
Okay.
Yeah.
In terms of money, making money through reality, is there real money there, like enough to...
If you're a Kardashian. If your show reaches certain ratings or it has a certain type of viewership and it's also projected on the proper network where they actually invest in their cast and their salary, you can make money. With Flavor Love, like I said, we were a startup show in reality TV, so the the salary wasn't there. However, the platform was. So I've been in this now for 7+ years, and I had to brand myself. VH1 and 51 Minds Entertainment, of course, they made a lot of money, but we, the cast members, we didn't profit like that. I created my own brand and continued it and made my own profit. But I do thank them because the platform that they provided is how I was able to do this. So,
do you keep in touch with Flav at all?
I don't keep in touch with him. He's in a different relationship. Since the show, I had been in a relationship or whatever, but we are very cordial. You know, I've always thanked Flav and vice versa, you know, for the opportunities that have, you know, come from the Flavor of Love. Flav was a very nice guy. Even with him being dishonest, like I said, I get it. Flavor of Love was an opportunity for him to come out of whatever he was dealing with, make a better name for himself, or at least get it back out there. He made money, you know, so I understand if he wasn't looking for love, he was looking for an opportunity. It was an opportunity that he needed.
In terms of you being broken and then going into that, like after that was all over and you figured out that this wasn't really about love, we're not really in a relationship, how did you then feel?
I still felt a certain freedom because, okay, this didn't work with Flav and I. And he told me like the day before my birthday. He told me on New Year's. And my birthday is the 2nd. So I was broken at that time because you want to spend New Year's with your man. You want to spend your birthday with your man. But I had a newfound fame. And I was being sought after by a lot of different people that prior to the Flavor of Love, I wouldn't have had that same, you know, attention. So the options were there, and that was good enough for me at the time because I felt wanted, where in this broken relationship before the Flavor of Love, I didn't. So I was good. I didn't go back to my ex. So I was okay. As a matter of fact, after Flav and I, after we ended, I started dating rapper Busta Rhymes. And that was a cool relationship too because I learned some things from him. You know, this was not, I didn't get to see him a whole lot because I was on the road a whole lot after Flavor of Love. And so was he. The Big Bang album was out at that time. So we were not always physically around each other, but he really taught me a lot of things. So that was a good relationship for me too.
So Busta Bust. Is he always as animated as, I mean, is it always like that? I can't imagine.
No, that's just like Flav. They're like, is he always in pink and wearing big clocks? No, just like I bring it for Deelishis, they bring it for those characters in entertainment. No, Busta Rhymes is actually, I like to call him Trevor. Trevor is, he's a well-mannered gentleman, actually. He's a big guy in appearance, but he was a gentleman. He often called me queen, or he would answer the phone immediately and say, beautiful, how are you? And he was big on respect. So no, he's not always animated. He was a gentleman. Yeah.
So in terms of your relationships, obviously it seems like people try and link you to everybody they see you in a picture with. Like whether it can be anybody. They're like, oh, she dating him now, you know. Like how do you deal with that, or like how do you feel about how they try and make you look?
Well, it comes with the territory. There are some things that I can't avoid, and I'm okay with it. For the most part, I don't normally take pictures with guys that I'm going to be embarrassed later about. So if you see me in a picture with someone, they're either, maybe I am seeing them, or maybe we're just friends.
Okay.
But even as friends, I'm okay with this person. So if you're trying to make them out to be my man, okay, they're saying we're boyfriend and girlfriend. We laugh about it and we keep it moving, but this is a person who I'm obviously comfortable with being in that space, so it doesn't bother me a whole lot. I mean, they'll get over it.
So is that boy your boyfriend?
Sboy was someone that I was seeing last summer.
Okay.
Yeah, he was. Sboy and I are still friends. We try to pretend that we're family. That can never happen, but no, that is a really, really good friend of mine. And he is something like family because that relationship happened when I needed it. I don't know. I guess the relationships that I've had, minus maybe one or two, were all good for me because they came when I needed them. So they were healthy for that time frame. And that's a blessing to be able to have a relationship that didn't waste your time, that actually helped you to grow, you know, or in some area. So no, I'm not dating Sboy now, but that was a nice date. He was fun, he was youthful. David, that's his name. David is younger than me. So he got me to just be young all over again. Just be free to, you know, just let go and let loose. And he's real positive and he's always happy. So,
Okay, that's a good space.
yeah, when I think about that relationship, that's a good space to be in. You know, people often, when it first happened, were like, wait, because they know him as, they call him Lil Dave. That's Lil Dave or whatever. And he's with Big D. So it's like, is this really happening? But after a while, I think people accepted it because you could tell when you would see us together. It was a happy union. It wasn't time for me to settle into that situation. But I definitely don't regret it. And I probably wouldn't mind revisiting it.
Okay. You've been married before. I thought I saw you on something say you would never get married again.
There was a time, I probably did say that.
Okay.
I probably said that emphatically, as a matter of fact, but that's how I felt. That's how I felt. When I did the Flavor of Love, like I said, I was really sought after by some good people. You know, some good people, not just famous people, just good character people who say, you know, I didn't know that you were available, or I didn't know that you had gone through a broken relationship. I would have loved to have gotten to know you better. And so after I dated Bus, I immediately went into my relationship and I just made it my future. That was supposed to be the end all be all for my life. And so I risked the opportunity of doing a lot of other things, and I went into that relationship full speed ahead, giving all that I got. My daughter, when I gave birth to, I have two girls, Jasmine and Lexington. Lexington, who is now 4, and Jasmine, who is 15. But when I went into that relationship, I just had Jasmine, and I was done having kids. So I had another baby, you know, for that. And I was about to give up my career. I was gonna be done with entertainment. I was willing and ready to just be in love and be with him for the rest of my life.
Like the American dream.
The American dream. Baby, I wanted a white picket fence. I wanted a dog. I got a dog. I got a fence. Got a big, beautiful house. I have a lovely daughter who I would never change.
Okay.
But it wasn't, the fairy tale I thought I was living was not what was going on. I was one of many, but I was just the one that wore the title.
Oh, wow. So they say, like, you know, sometimes you have to go through like different chapters to really become like who you need to be.
Mm-hmm.
So now it seems like you blossomed into this, like, look at you.
Well, thank you.
Like, you know, it's pure.
Thank you.
And I can
feel
say,
good.
even for myself, like, you know, without knowing truly who London was, I had preconceived notions.
Did
like,
you?
Like, yeah.
And that's
Like, because
okay.
you
That's
feed into,
natural.
like, media.
And
like,
what you
we're
hear.
media,
Of
and
course.
what you hear. So I feel like
I'm
once
guilty. I've done that too.
You know, you see people and you're like,
Yeah. I've done that. I hate to even admit that I've done that because I purposely pride myself on not doing that because it happens to me.
Yeah.
And I teach my daughters, especially my 15-year-old, she's such a good kid. Oh my God. I just have to say that. I'm so blessed. But thank you. But I tell her, don't pass judgment based on what you've heard.
Somebody else's opinion.
Yeah. If you are blessed with the opportunity to form your own opinion, go for it. You want to come and say hi? I'm sorry. Come on. Want ice? Come on. This is my Lexington. And Jay, that's her best friend.
Aww.
Sorry. I'm at home, so this may happen a few times. She too likes ice. So help me with the ice. Okay, you want to take it with you? Okay, you guys are going to go play? All right. Here, hold this. Hold the cup. Oh, you got it?
We can both share.
Yeah, you can share. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Yes, I try to teach my girls, don't pass judgment. But I get it. If you see me and I'm mainly in something sexy, I hate to say provocative because I'm not really, I am trying to provoke your thinking. So if you see me in something provocative or sexy, it's for what it is that I'm doing. And it forms an opinion in your mind immediately. And people like myself, we can't get mad about someone having an opinion that we don't want them to have, because that's something that you are naturally entitled to. And I get it. My thing is, for me, if it wasn't positive, I wouldn't say it to you. You can have your opinion, but don't be rude with it.
Yeah.
Because I've seen some things where I'm like, oh my God, but I would never say, oh my God, you look ridiculous. You're too skinny, you're too fat, you're too short, your hair's bald, your hair's too... I just wouldn't attack people like that. I think that there's a way to have your opinion, without offending.
I don't necessarily want to call them fans, but for them to be all over your pages and all of that stuff, I mean, let's be real. They gotta be some kind of fan. Like, you might not want to admit
agree.
it.
I
might not want to admit it, but you watching every 15-second video, you hating on every picture, like you taking all this time to comment. Like, how do you deal with, like, the masses of them attacking you? Because sometimes I read it and I'm like, wow.
Well, you know what? I like to say that, okay, it wouldn't bother me. I'm human.
Absolutely.
So some things, it's just like, if I was to strike you, you're gonna feel it. You know what I'm saying? Now, you may avoid being struck by moving your arm out the way, but once you've made contact with that, you felt it. So I could avoid by not reading the comments, but once I've seen it, I've made contact with it.
Yeah.
So it's no different from anybody else. I feel it too. I guess my only problem is that in the world that we live in, there's a freedom that we sometimes forget about. You know what I'm saying? This is supposedly the land of the free. I watched a girl in a pool in Miami the other day. She had to swim in a burqa. She had to swim covered up because where she's from, she doesn't have that freedom. Well, here it works both ways. I have the freedom to be whoever I'm comfortable with being, and people have the freedom to say what they want to say about it. So it's a catch-22. If I'm going to be famous or if I'm going to be a celebrity and I'm going to put it out there, then this is the possibility of what I may get back. But I swear my intentions are never to degrade myself, because I wouldn't do that, or to offend someone else. I'm so comfortable in the skin that I'm in. I've been hurt in a relationship in a way that I probably could tell you in words and it still wouldn't be enough to describe the things that I went through. So, a broken woman like that, as I was, you come out flying like a bird. Like, you come out just free. It's how my aunts used to talk to my mom, because my mom was really, really strict on me growing up. And they used to say, you know what, don't be so strict on her, because when she finally gets out, she gonna get out. Now, I didn't, thank God. I went to school and took care of my business, but my mom was really, really holding me tight. So I said that to say, in my relationship, it was so bad that when I got out of it, I wanted to never be married again. I didn't care if I ever fell in love again. I really didn't give a shit. I didn't give a fuck about love. I just wanted to be me. I wanted to be able to scream. I wanted to be able to dress for myself, and I just wanted to do something totally different than, I didn't want to be a housewife anymore. I mean, like, you asked me behind the scenes about cooking. I used to love to cook. I had the most beautiful kitchen ever. It was so ideal. I had double ovens, stainless steel everything, double freezer, refrigerator, island. I just cooked so much. For kids, for my kids, for other kids. I used to keep a house full of kids, and mainly for my spouse. But when you start to cook for an undeserving person, it takes your desire away. Like you become just almost angry. I'm never gonna poison his food, but you almost want to drop the steak on the floor and then put it back on the plate and put it in the microwave. But that's just inhumane. So when you finally leave, have you ever seen Sleeping with the Enemy? Remember how she used to keep that house so neat? And when she left, she would purposely like wreck shit because she just wanted to be out of it. So it makes me not even want to cook now. Of course, I have to cook for my kids, or I have someone that comes and makes sure that, you know, meals are prepared for my kids or whatever. But the joy, I'm asking God to restore it, because that was one of the things that was taken from me from my last relationship. I just felt, I see a kitchen and I go the opposite way. I cook for the kids and then I'm out of there.
So the enjoyment.
No, because that was a joy for me.
Yeah.
I mean, if ask any wife, cooking for her husband is like, girl, it's almost like sex. He's just excited about you cooking for him. So I'm cooking for you, and really you was already fed. You know, sometimes I may cook and it would go unnoticed because you've already ate, burped, and did whatever you did.
Right. What do you say to women? Like, obviously, because this Deelishis, we want people to like really unfiltered. So what do you say to women that feel like right now they're broken and they feel like, damn, Deelishis is hitting the nail on the head exactly how I feel. Like, how do you, like, what is your advice for them to like move on, or any advice?
Well, I tell them the first thing is pray. You have to pray to contain yourself, because like I said, I wanted to be a free bird. But you have to be careful with that, because you don't want to lose the core of yourself by reacting to someone else's actions. So my kids keep me grounded. My sister, who's always around me, she's here by the way. My manager, my sister VK, she keeps me grounded. So you have to pray and contain it. I know it hurts. And I know you want to do the total opposite of your norm in order to feel like you're from under that. But, you know, you still got to keep some of yourself. It's like when I look at Rihanna and some people say, well, God, she is so, hey, girl. If you're lucky enough to have a sister, can you come sit next to me? If you're lucky enough to have a sister like I do, then, you know, that helps you too. And what's ironic is it's three of us. It's three sisters. We all got married. We all had daughters only. And we all divorced at the same time.
Really?
Yes, we did.
So how did y'all deal with that? Like, because I'm divorced too.
Oh, I just want to hug you. Well, you know what? To be honest with you, some little birdie is still hasn't filed. But she left first. Out of the three of us, she had the courage, because see, I didn't want the world to look at me and say, I told you so. Because see, they saw us on the cover of magazines everywhere, and we were so happy. And I did my best to make sure that the forefront that you saw was love, which it was. It was love, but I mean, happiness. I wanted it to be, like you said, the white picket fence. So I always created that image. But behind the scenes, I wanted out, and I didn't know how to leave. Well, my sister, when I saw her have the strength to leave with her girls, I was just like, okay, you can do it. But I wasn't even doing my Deelishis stuff. So I was like, I'm just gonna walk away solo. I'm not even Deelishis anymore. I have this new baby, and I didn't know what I was gonna do. So I leaned on my sisters, and of course God. And then my other sister left. They both left before me. Then my other sister left, and she filed for divorce immediately, and divorced and signed and was done. I said, I'm out of here.
So you put the strength from them to
to leave.
So what you like now?
We used her strength, and now we took care of our business. But she did tell me recently, she did say that, you say what you said, girl.
I think although I left, you have to be mentally ready. You have to make sure that that's a decision that you want to stand on. You don't want to leave, or you know, you don't want to make a decision and be like, oh, I think we can work it out. I shouldn't have did it. You know what I'm saying? So it's been 3 years.
Yeah.
So I am mentally ready. My husband was all I knew. We're not daters. Is what I call it.
Right.
So we were raised church based and to be women, you know. So my marriage, it was what I wanted, and although I fought for it, and even after the years, I was still fighting for it alone. It's what made me get comfortable and ready to.
And sometimes you even fight yourself.
You fight yourself.
Yeah, like I know. You know,
I was battling London.
Yeah, it's like literally.
And because you forget,
like I shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah.
Like, you battling your own.
Because
emotions.
you doubting yourself. I lost myself, and sometimes we as women, we lose ourselves in our marriages because the men are leaders, and we want to make sure that they lead our family. We forget everything.
We don't even compromise. We just
conform. Yes. But the Bible says that you're supposed to. So you think that you're walking in the light that you're supposed to, but sometimes that marriage wasn't ordained to begin with. So that's where the problem comes in.
If you unequally yoked, because the Bible also says
and I was. You sound like our parents.
Right.
No, I was unequally yoked, but I assumed that because I was so strong in the Lord that I would bring that,
bring them over
and it would be okay.
It would be good.
But that's working for yourself. You gotta let God work for you.
Yes, you do.
Somebody.
We're gonna
You do.
end up in a girl session.
So it's difficult. So I don't want to say rebellion set in for me, but there was a freedom that I love being sexy, because I know that I still have my home covered. I still have my sisters covered. My duties as a sister, I take care of very well. My duties as a mother, I take care of very well. My duties as a daughter. And so I want to take care of my duties as Deelishis too, because that's a brand that I created for her. And I do Deelishis to the 10th power.
How do you feel about the Deelishis brand? Just right there. She do Deelishis.
I've never asked her that.
How do you feel about the brand?
I'm curious.
I feel awesome about it. What people don't know is that she's been a star. We both had dreams. We sing.
We sing.
Yeah.
We sing. So
does it third sister? Does she
Yes.
sing? Everybody sing.
Yes.
everybody sings.
Wow.
Our
We come
parents
from
are- we
parents,
sing. Not the
we
daddy.
come from- yeah, no, we don't do that. We definitely got it from mom.
Yeah.
But I when she became Deelishis, it wasn't a surprise to me. I think I was one of the only person that knew that she.
I had to keep it a secret.
Deelishis. So I was so excited. My sister finally made it. You know what I'm saying? Although she didn't believe it, but I knew it. I knew once she got just one opportunity that she'll make the best out of it. So she been Deelishis to me.
Thank you, Mom. I'll pay you later.
It's good though for like to have sisters, to have that bond,
Yes.
especially like divorce is so tough.
Oh,
Not to
wow.
even circle back to that, but just to have somebody you can really rely on
Yeah.
in that extremity, because people don't. You can talk about divorce till you blue in the face. People don't.
They don't understand. And you know
Unless
what?
you've been through
Unless you've been through it. And I guess that's why when I walked away, I was never really alone because I had them. I had my daughters, I had my sisters. So I was cool. And then I was almost forced. The situation sometimes can get so bad to where you're just like, you know what? I don't even have time to think twice about what I'm doing. I just have to do it. So I was, I had some strength with me.
on the album right now. Are there any singles or anything coming out soon?
Yes. Well, I'm not sure which single that they're going to choose. By the way, she's not just my sister. She's also part of my management team with JD. Yeah, and we have been listening to the music, and they want to release something because the world we live in now, according to JD and my sister, just do your music and put it out. People just put out singles now. And her and I have been in the studio too. We're working on a project called Storytellers. So we're actually doing a show where we're singing together. So I'm excited.
Oh, speaking of singing together, or singing or something, yeah. I think y'all should put something on camera for SooDetroit.
Oh my goodness. Well, we have a song that we're working on. Do you remember Hello Detroit?
No.
Okay, of course not. But that's one of the songs that we're singing on this show or whatever. It's really exciting. We'll just sing something and I'll just come in behind you.
I just can't give up now. Come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me the road would be easy, and I don't believe he brought me this far to leave me.
That is so beautiful.
Thank
Just
you.
like at the drop of a dime.
We used to have to do that when we get popped with a ruler.
Yes.
I was gonna say, what was the house like when y'all was younger? Like
Music,
everybody
singing, music. And she sat on her talent for a long time. She was like sneaky with it. So I was always somewhere with a comb or a brush in my hand in front of a mirror singing.
Like, I'm a superstar.
Yes. And she was somewhere like, so one day she sang and it was like, who? Are you singing? And that was that. And she's just been, and to me, she's the one, she has the greater vocal ability. So
Both of y'all good.
thank you, but she's just awesome. Oh my God, I'll make her sing all day now. Now she's the one with the brush.
Okay. Speaking of music, I think I just seen your manager somewhere.
JD? JD's? My daughter calls him JD's.
JD.
Hey, this is the dream team.
Both of your managers.
This is what we call the dream team.
The dream team?
Yes.
So, what is it like working with London? Is there a difference for the two managers? Is there a difference between London and Deelishis? And do you have a preference?
Don't answer.
Do you have a preference?
Oh God.
It's crazy for me because she's my sister. And so I think I spoiled her in a lot of ways. So we clash sometimes as sisters. And so it clashed with business sometimes, never in the way of it destroying it, the relationship of business, but we both spoiled and we both.
She always tries to tell me what to do. I am. And I tell her all the time, I'm the oldest. She said, yeah, but I'm the manager. Sit down. Tell me what to do. She always tried to tell me what to do. See, because I always told her what to do in household as being the oldest. So now she's getting the payback by being the manager.
Yeah.
And
And
then-
I owe her because one incident when we were younger, I'll never forget. Shut up!
You remember the date?
I remember.
No, I just remember.
I don't remember the date, but I remember taking all the dishes
I
out
told them dishes again.
of the cabinet because she decides to wash the dishes with a Brillo pad.
Oh.
No, but let me tell you what it was. My mama gonna have us wash the dishes after church. All we did was go to church.
Yes.
Church. Oh my
You go to
God.
church now?
Yes, Greater Missionary Baptist Church located on Carpenter McKay. Reverend Robert Robinson is pastor.
Plug.
Yes. But let me tell you, we were in this church our whole entire lives. It seemed like that's all we did aside from school. So I was tired. My mom was like, okay, Ging, that's my family name. Ging, get the dishes out the sink. You and BK go in there and get those dishes. So I'm mad. So I'm in there cleaning the kitchen with an attitude. And instead of using a wash rag, I just used a little scouring pad over there on the side. So everything was greasy. I didn't care. Rinse the dish before you use it. So I put it all in the dish pan or whatever. And it was late. My mom goes to bed early. I thought the next person to use those dishes would probably be us after school the next day. Lo and behold, she goes in there to use one of the dishes and it's like greasy. So then she looks at all of them and they all like that. So she yelled upstairs, Gang! Vacation! I just look like, huh?
So you paying her back?
Yes,
Yeah,
and
for the dishes.
it's real old, but sometimes you can't let stuff go.
Because we had to
So-
wash every dish, even the clean ones. We had to take all the dishes out of the cabinets and wash them all. Not just for the sake of cleaning the dishes properly, but that was the discipline act for me washing the dishes as a smart ass.
So JD, how do you deal with these two?
Tag team, back again.
There it is.
Right.
It's kind of easy. I mean, like I said, we all had a relationship before business, so it's kind of easy, man. And like I said, D is very interesting, like there's two sides to it. It's the sweetheart and it's the asshole, But one thing I know about business is that anybody you work for or with that's successful, they're gonna be an asshole, But the difference with her is that she leads by example, you know. So she just has high expectations, you know. So she'll get on her ass about certain things, but she has the right to, not only because it's her business, but because she does the things that she asks of us. Like, she gets out and hustles. Like, she doesn't just sit back and wait on a check, you know. Like, she's out there hustling. I mentioned one thing I love about her is that every time I get a deposit or a back end, the first thing she's doing is taking 10% out and tithing it. You know, it's like, that's things that a lot of people don't see about her. Like, I don't do that. Like, I take 10% out and I go to the store. You know, like that. But when I see her doing that, that pushes me to do something different in my life. You know, like, and I see why it's the reason why she's blessed for this many years. You know, like I said, I dealt with a lot of people, and like I said, there's people that's not on TV that was on, not getting the booking she getting, or even the love that was on TV last month or last season. You know, like, so she's blessed for a reason. You know, so she get on our ass about stuff we can deal with. You know, like, the thing is, we get the point. You know, the point is, let's get this done. It's never meant to be, you know, belittle us or be, you know, talk down. It's just, let's get this done. You know, it adds her asshole is just adds a sense of urgency to everything. Like, get this shit done. You know, so.
Yeah, I hate being an asshole.
Ladies, is JD an asshole?
Not with me. He's an asshole, just period. He'll tell you in a heartbeat. He'll tell you, like, I could be an asshole. And when he first told me that years and years ago, I was like, no. Yes, he could be an asshole, but it's the asshole that you would love, because we crack up. Once he do an asshole move, we laugh at him afterwards, because that's my sweetheart. Like, he takes care of us. He loves us. I was sick the other day at the hair salon. I ingested, so he came in.
Out of my bed.
I think we all have asshole in us, but I think we all balance each other out.
We do.
Yeah.
Yes,
It
I'm
seems
telling
like
you.
a lot of love.
It's a lot of love, and it's a lot of fun. Like, oh my God, we have a camera that's following us as of recent. And if you were to role play back and watch some of the stuff that's just naturally happened between the three of us, this would probably be the biggest reality show ever, because it is so much fun. But more importantly, it's a lot of love. So.
We're in your home. It's very beautiful.
Thank you.
How did you get into interior design?
You know about that.
Yeah.
Well, I have a company with my sister and a few other family members. Actually, one other, and she's here. Mm-hmm. She is also my housekeeper. She is the bomb. She is the best cook. Yes. She is the best nanny. She is the best friend. She is one of the, oh my God, this lady and family member, Tamika. I don't know, is she around? Is Tamika around?
She upstairs, I think.
Oh, she is the best. But anyway, the three of us together have a company called Sweet Potato Casserole. This is one of my favorite things if you ever go to Morton's. We have an interior design company, and that's what the three sisters and Mika, that was our therapy. And that's what I love to do. I just love to, whenever I would be frustrated in my home or in her home, the husbands didn't come home, we go to Marshall's Home Goods, we go to Pier 1, we go to Gorman's, we go to these different places or whatever, and we just redo our house. And we're like, you know what, let's just not keep refacing our own. Let's do some other people. Yeah, they're gonna think something wrong with us, because every time you come in our house, it's something different.
Have you been to West End before? It's in
No.
Chicago. You have
No,
to
but I think I've heard of that.
You have to go.
I'm gonna have to go now,
You
because I think
have
somebody else
to
mentioned
go.
that to me.
Yeah, you have, because it's like one or two pieces, and you're not, and it's
Wow.
amazing. Like, you probably
No,
be
that's
there
what I
all
tell her. I say, there in certain areas, there are certain stores where you just need at least one piece out of that store, and it's gonna do 1,000,001 different changes to your house. Like, I never bought a set. Nothing I put in my house, or she let me redo hers. My sister, she has yet to let me redo hers. Whatever, she does pretty well on her own, but I never purchase anything together. I'll go to different places. I'll go online and find some things or whatever, and then I put them together based on a personality or based on what you need. She was going through a very dark stage in her marriage or whatever, but her bedroom was so dark. And I said, this bedroom was suicidal. So while she was out of town, I went over there and I grabbed the kids and I said, guys, we got to turn her room into Miami. That's one of my favorite places to visit when I just want to chill. I don't even have to leave my hotel room because it's tranquil, because it's so pretty. You wake up and there are palm trees coming out, outside through your window. The sun is shining. So I went and redid her room. She was like, that's it. We're about to start a company.
Wow.
That's what happened.
Everybody like to say like, oh, that's fake. It's not her butt, it's not her ass, that's fake. Like,
well, initially, I thought that was a compliment because I thought that meant that it was something so like great that you would say that. You know what I'm saying? That's like when your hair grows out and you finally wear your natural hair and they like, that ain't her real hair. And you be like, it must be really long for them to say that. Or sometimes people ask, oh, do you wear contacts or all this other kind of stuff or whatever. I initially took it as a compliment because it must be something so extraordinary for you to think that. But then after a while, I was like, okay, you know what? Y'all serious? No. Did you see this on The Flavor of Love? Yes. Did you see it in high school? Yes. Did you see it in middle school? Yes. Are you serious? But then it became a phenom. There were so many people that it wasn't real. I get it. I do accent it and exaggerate it, and I guess I get it. At this point, I don't care if they think it's real or fake, but the one thing that I did pay for, they don't even talk about.
your boobs.
My boobs. I'm like the one. I love my boobs. Honestly, I want to go bigger, but I'm like, you talk about the real items, even my nose. They're like, you got a nose job. I'm like, I did not get a nose job. I got a better makeup artist.
Yeah.
But oh my God.
Contouring to do work.
Baby, high five. But my boobs, they don't talk about. These are new.
You love them?
I love them. I'm gonna get some bigger ones though. I need them to talk about them like they talk about my butt. I want to go just a little bit bigger. Only reason why is because when I went to go get them done, the lady said, well, that's the size that you're going to choose today, but that's the size that you're going to want tomorrow. I was like, no, I'm good. She said 90% of the people come back and they want them bigger.
You know what though? She did to you exactly what they want. They want you
to
mental.
Yes.
Mental, think about you laying in the bed like, I go.
And it didn't cost you more to go bigger. She was just trying to tell me like, you're going to want, I was like, no, I'll be fine. Please.
You want them bigger?
Babe, do I want them bigger? They're fun. They're fun bags. I've heard that term before and I thought it was stupid. Nope, they tell the truth. I play all the time with them.
Would Deelishis ever do like a one night? Like I know people think like you strip, all of that. You always say, I'm not a stripper. Would you do a one night though? Like for the right amount of money, would you ever?
No.
Never.
No, I think that I give them enough sexy already, and I'm really pushing the envelope. You know, after a while, when you 34, which first of all, age is nothing but a number. I don't even say I'm 34. I say I'm 35. Fine. So, but I don't think I need to. Nah, they see enough already, and I wouldn't be able to do it. I'd have to wear shades and a hat. Because I would be scared. Like, sometimes when I go into the entertainment bars, now that I host, I love the dancers. Because they are more than what you think. They're more than just naked. A lot of them are really talented. Like, I mean, you sit back and say, give me my purse. Give me some money. They really do some stuff that you'd be amazed at. There's talent in the strip club or whatever. But for me, I would just be too shy. I don't want to walk out and the strangers grab my boobs, or I don't want to sit on his lap in a thong or a G-string. No, I ain't gonna do it.
Speaking of walk out, you want to do it for SooDetroit?
Okay. Hey, it's your girl, Miss. Oh, hey, it's your girl, Miss Deelishis, and I have to do my I Am SooDetroit walk away. It's weird, guys. I have to be delicious to do these walkaways. And I have to put myself in her mode. So, okay, I'm gonna, holla. We them boys. I gotta get my music on.